пускать вам каждый день. Каждый день, Боже, вот и пусть ловят там.
Now we move on. An Islamic school in Indonesia's East Java province suffered a collapsed roof as students congregated for afternoon prayers on the 29th of September. At least 8 people have been killed, while some 59 remain trapped in the rubble. Rescue efforts are underway in full swing. Parents of the missing and trapped children await more news and have been waiting for the last 5 days now, as authorities race against time to rescue the children who were present in the school at the time of the incident and are now trapped under the rubble. Here's the mother of one such student speaking about the day of this incident. Let's listen in.
4 anak saya yang nomor 3 itu bilang, Bu, ini ada pondokannya KUP roboh. Pertama saya nggak percaya, masa sih Mupi barusan telepon. Pondokannya KUP sih, Bu. Loh, iya. Ya dari situ saya langsung habis maghrib itu nunggu ayahnya pulang, saya langsung tugas ke sini. Apa benar, saya ngecek toh, ternyata benar ya. Oh Mas, saya nggak tahu robohnya seperti itu. Saya nggak kuat nahan teriakan itu supaya Mufi itu bisa mendengar suara saya. Dari situ saya shock gitu, ya Allah. Saya kalau mengingat nggak bisa, sekali nggak bisa nahan nangis saya.
Now for this discussion, we're joined by John Robin. He's a journalist from Narasi TV, joins us live from Jakarta. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to NewsX World. Now, what more can you tell us about this situation with this incident?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Today, the National Disaster Management Agency suspects there are still around 58 people buried. As of Thursday afternoon, 108 people have been evacuated. Sadly, there is no sign of life from the rubble anymore, according to one of the ministers who visited the location yesterday. Search efforts remain ongoing until now. At least 332 joint personnel from various agencies were deployed for the evacuation operation, and they began using heavy equipment for the rescue today. And the challenge is the building structure is vulnerable to collapse again, and the injured were immediately rushed to several hospitals for treatment. The hospital stated that one of the patients had to have his left arm amputated because it was trapped under the rubble. This was done due to the life-threatening situation. Another victim was also in serious condition. His lower body was crushed, requiring intensive care in the hospital, but his life could not be saved. So far, the authorities have reported 8 deaths until today.
And John, what measures should Indonesian government take for such incident so that these kind of things do not repeat?
Right now, the police have to conduct an in-depth investigation into the cause, which is responsible for this incident. Sanctions must be given firmly so such incidents do not repeat. And several other cases have occurred in Indonesia in recent years, and so it is raising concern about the quality of structure buildings as well as building safety standards in Indonesia. Government permits must be tightened, and the government must socialize and strengthen safe building standards in Indonesia for the future.
And Juan, who will be held accountable for this?
Yeah, I think the Indonesia's National Disaster Mitigation Agency suspects a construction failure, saying the foundation pillars may not have been able to support the weight of the concrete work, causing the entire structure to collapse to the ground. However, the exact cause has yet to be determined. A representative from the boarding school suggested the collapse also may have been caused by weak reinforced concrete. At the time of the incident, the building was undergoing the final stage of renovation, which involved concrete casting on the upper floor, a project that had been going for approximately 9 months. They also already apologized for this incident. And the East Java Regional Police have announced that a team will be deployed to investigate the site. All the activities at the boarding school have been suspended until further notice, and I think one who will be held responsible is the building contractor, because so far the strong suspicion is that the building structure is poor.
And lastly, Juan, did the school issue any statements yet?
Yes, they already apologized to the family of the victims, and they already state uh, some cause from about this incident. Like they said, the building was undergoing the final stage of renovation, and maybe the building construction is not good enough to hold the building, so it's collapsed. The whole building is collapsed. That's all the only statement that already issued by the representative of the boarding school.
Are the parents and the victims' families, are they satisfied with just this statement?
I think not really. The families also want justice, of course. So I think we can wait for the police investigation about the incident, and we will see who will be held accountable for this incident.
Right. With that, I would like to thank Juan Robin for joining us from Jakarta.